Happy Thursday, responsible day traders. Lindsay Duff here. Just coming to you really quick. I want to be pretty quick about this. I'm hungry. I'm on the Beachbody diet, and I started with a 3-day cleanse, and it's time for my snack. So let's go ahead and but hopefully y'all get to watch me shrink throughout this time. I know that's what you're all looking forward to, right? All right, so let's go back here and just see what had happened. What had happened was nothing in the morning. Okay, so really quick, I attempted to take this long trade. I saw this push up, saw the reason for the long, didn't take it. When it pulled back here, it did give me some signals to take it, but I wasn't able to get out in time whenever it pushed down, which actually became a really great signal that this was going to push down. So it pushed down and it stopped me out really, really quick. Pulled back, got in for the short, took my first one out at 2 1/4. I don't usually let my first one run, but I really actually thought this was going to go much further. When it pulls back, I'm like, I could see the fact that this was pushing to the upside and went ahead and took the trade out. I did see reasons for a long here, wasn't going to take them. This started really showing us great signals for the short, pulls back in, great short. Okay, I got out very early out of this one. And I know it was fear-based because of this one back here ended up early. I thought, oh my goodness, what if this doesn't go any further? Instead of really reading the signals. I mean, that's honestly what happened. I'm not going to candy coat it. It's just what happened. So both of these came out for a 1 1/4, which gave me 2 1/2. And man, did it run to the downside. By this time, I've kind of stepped away a little bit. It did pull back here, gave us great reasons to exit at this point, pulled back again. I don't think this was the absolute most beautiful signal I could have taken, but it did give me a sign to take the trade. It also gave me a great sign to exit the first one. I thought with the strength of the MACDs to the downside that I could hold this, so I put it at a break even, and it just popped back up really quick. And that's really all I've done today. So guys, it's not about taking the big moves all the time. Sometimes we're just taking it for a point or two. Sometimes we're taking it for a tick or two. Sometimes we get to run with it for 4, 5, 6 points. It just really depends on the day. What we really need to do is know that we're paying attention to the signals at the price and the indicators. The MACDs are my bread and butter. So paying attention to the MACDs along with the price, along with the indicators, along with the areas are crucial. Really quick, just talking about areas, I do want to bring this over so we can look at the daily chart. We can see that the daily chart, one of the wonderful things about this market when it pushes to the downside is it gives us lots of other areas to play with. So we have lots of other support and resistance areas instead of just pushing up, oop, new high, pushing up, oop, new high. I don't know what to expect here because we're at a new high. So having these support and resistance areas are really, really, really wonderful for being able to show us areas that can create a bounce. And you can see it does overrun them, but it does act like a magnet and pull back to them. So I'm not going to talk your ear off. I'm going to go eat some food. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on for y'all. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. And guys, I look forward to catching y'all on the profitable side. There we go. Still keeps me back here. Give this a moment, and then if it pushes down, I move into a break even pretty quickly. There we go. Pull back. I'm good to go. It's got a good space to pull back to. I'm back into here. I gotta step away for a moment. Woo! What? Look like a pretty good decision now, huh? Waited for the pop up a little too long. Definitely longs are what I was anticipating, simply because of what we see going on here. All these closes at the top, but that doesn't always mean everything. You know, close, 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 push down. But it's how many closed at the top and where we're sitting at on the zero line. It just wasn't time just yet. I needed to push back a little bit more before it went up. Now, we're right back at the resistance area that's held 9 gabillion times. I know that's a technical term. 9 gabillion times this is held at this resistance area. I want to try it, but I feel like it's not the right thing to do. Let's wait. You can see even a pullback into this area can't make promises. It's screaming at me to take a long, but doing some research on this look in particular last night, which is always a spot that I'm tempted to take a long, but there's a lot telling me that's the beauty of research, y'all. This right here really could have sucked me in. Just looking at my 10,946, and I feel like longs should be off the table for the moment, even though it's pulling into this beautiful spot. And I'm just gonna have to watch. If it goes up without me. It's actually a good time for a short right there. Should have been right where I was struggling to get out of the long had I taken it. Definitely setting up for a push up. Alright, there went the long. I'm kind of glad I didn't take it. I really hope I would have taken the exit when it pulled up here. If I did take it, I can't promise that I would have. So it's just better that I passed on it. Overall, I really think this is going to push down. Right now, it's in areas to push up. Could it change? My opinion change? Absolutely. The first trade I took was just kind of being sucked into the idea that we were above and things were pushing up. Have there been trades I could have taken? Abso-freaking-lutely. There's things that I could have taken. But I'm really glad I didn't. Let's do this. Everything's behaving. Still some strength down. I'm not going to give this a lot of room if it decides to pull back. Take this one out. Looking at how this is. Okay for just a moment. These are what I'm watching carefully on the 233. We're not going to let this take us at all. We're going back to a break even. Because of the way this is behaving, it's been very erratic. Okay, that puts me at +1 on that one. I'm pulling this down because you know my second target I like to take out manually. Or hit the close button. Seeing a lot of strength still down. Trying to pop up. And we're going to close. Even if it pushes down further, I'm good with it. We've seen how things have behaved. So this could really give us a good pullback. I'm always good with my exit, whether it's a win or a loss, because what I know about anything from this business is that you need to learn from the things that you do. Okay. Still had some strength down. I'll let this little tiny bar get me out. Wouldn't this be lovely if this is the one that goes forever? Might be. Definitely an early exit. But hey, when you come out profitable, even when you take an early exit, what you gonna do? I mean, it's still going down. There was absolutely other areas to get back in and let this continue. I'm gonna wait for a deeper pullback personally. If it doesn't pull back all day, so be it. Can't see the signs of a pullback here. Whew, I'd love to see this just be the push down from here, but I try not to take into consideration that I've drawn a line there. Took the short. I'm just looking. I would be looking for an exit probably pretty soon, like now. Good area for the short again. So something I want to, now that I'm thinking about it, just cover is because we see a trade possibility doesn't mean we have to take it, and we don't have to feel guilty if we let it pass by. I knew that there was a possibility, especially with the pullback and just not paying attention. I let things get away from me. But as soon as it pulled back, I took the short opportunity, paid attention to when it was dying out, and got out again. So there were opportunities for long, and we were looking at them as they were happening here. Just didn't really trust them. There were definitely signs that it was trying to push to the downside. So as it pulled back here, it didn't look like pullbacks in the bigger tick charts. It didn't look like pullbacks at all. It was just kind of sitting there, but it gave me opportunity in the quicker tick chart to be able to take it. Did I exit a little early? Sure. And were there other opportunities to continue down? Absolutely. But I didn't take them. So as this is pulled back here and pushed back down here and is pulling back here again, which looks like it may, I want to give this still, I'm going to give this a little more time to pull back. As it's pulling back, if the market moves down and I don't take it, it's nothing lost. If the market moves up and I don't take it, nothing lost. Just watching and taking what makes me feel a little more comfortable. Wouldn't mind seeing it give a really decent pullback. There's the support area that held, so is it pulling back and pushing off of there to go down? They're all possibilities. What has the biggest possibility? Well, I think to go down from right here, right now is not the biggest possibility. Personally, all this is very enticing. There's definitely a lot saying, don't let it suck you in just yet. Okay, I'm going in. Gotta watch what happens. If it pops up here, I'm gonna get out pretty quickly. This goes even 75%. We're looking at down here. Still have a finger over the close button. Pulling down here. Take my first target out. Close the second one out. Okay, so I may still pull back further to that spot. Pull back is kind of, let's see if it comes to here. Yep, I was looking down at my phone and missed this move. Definitely a good move. I'd have to get in, but it'd have to be right here. I think it's going to go without me. So I had to turn off some notifications on my computer that were keeping me distracted. Alright, so it did not pull all the way back as far as I thought it would. It definitely did give a very decent pullback in the push down. I am now at a little over an hour sitting in front of the market. Let me see if I can turn it on here to see it a little bit easier. So you can see the first trade was a 2.5 point loss actually. Let's pull this over just a little bit. Next trade was a 2.25 win plus another 1.25 win. It pulls back. It definitely gives some good signs for going to the downside. So we finally take that here. Take 2.5 points out of that. And then the last one, which is just kind of a Hail Mary here, just a quick short in and out. That second one pulled back so far that I didn't even take anything off of it. It was actually a break even. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I've been at it for an hour and 18 minutes. That's too long for me today. And I got a lot of things to do. So y'all have a wonderful day. Any way it goes, catch y'all on the profitable side.